statement is very easy.
I even went as far to say that you're braver than any Vietnam vet because you're out there screwing a lot of women. Come on.
Congressional Medal of Honor, an actual
equivalent of the Congressional Medal of Honor, but civilian version. It's actually much better because everyone gets the Congressional Medal of Honor. That soldiers, they're either in very bad shape because they've been hit so many times by bullets, or they're dead. She gets it, and she's a healthy, beautiful woman. It's right.
I don't know in the history of American politics anybody that I've ever heard say anything remotely as callous as that, but...
He's not a war hero.
He's a war hero.
He's a war hero.
5.5 years.
He's a war hero because he was captured. I like people that weren't captured.
1968, Trump claimed bone spurs kept him from serving in Vietnam. But here's the kicker, a podiatrist linked to Trump's dad supposedly arranged the diagnosis as a favor. No treatment records, no follow-ups, no memory of which heal.
There's nobody bigger or better at the military than I am.
Nobody loves the Bible more than I do.
Nobody builds walls better than me.
Nobody's better to people with disabilities than me. Nobody's fighting for the veterans like I'm fighting for the veterans.
There's nobody that's done so much for equality as I have.
There's nobody more pro-Israel than I am. There's nobody more conservative than me. There's nobody that respects women more than I do. Nobody would be tougher on ISIS than Donald Trump.
There's nobody's ever had crowds like Trump has had.
There's nobody that understands the horror of nuclear better than me. Nobody even understands it but me. It's called devaluation, the sale of the uranium that nobody knows what it means. I know what it means. Nobody knows more about trade than me.
Nobody knows the game better than I do.
Nobody in the history of this country has ever known so much about infrastructure as Donald Trump.
I know the H-1B, I know the H-2B. Nobody knows it better than me. Nobody knows politicians better than I do.
Nobody knows more about taxes than I do.
Nobody knows more about debt than I do.
Nobody. And he handed me his Purple Heart. And I said, man, that's like big stuff. I always wanted to get the Purple Heart.
Are you familiar, I'm sure you are, with something that's often referred to as the Access Hollywood tape?
Yes, I am.
You know, and
She used to be very, she's still very beautiful.
I moved on her, actually. You know, she was down in Palm Beach. I moved on her, and I failed. I'll admit it.
Whoa.
I did try and fuck her. She was married.
Huge news there.
No, Nancy.
Yeah.
No, this was marriages. And I moved on her very heavily. In fact, I took her out furniture shopping. She wanted to get some furniture. I said, I'll show you where they have some nice furniture. I took her out furniture. I moved on her like a bitch. But I couldn't get there. And she was married. And all of a sudden, I see her. She's now got the big phony tits and everything. She's totally changed her look.
Jeez, your girl's hot as shit.
They said, sir, I just think it's inappropriate for you to say, pay these guys a lot of money. Can you believe it? I said, well, I'm going to do it whether the women like it or not. I'm going to protect them. I'm going to protect them from migrants coming in. I'm going to protect them from foreign countries that want to hit us with missiles and lots of other things.
I better use some Tic Tacs just in case I start kissing her. You know, I'm automatically attracted to beautiful. I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet. You just kiss. I don't even wait. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab them by the pussy. I can do
I'm going
anything.
to protect women. I'm not going to let people go up to the suburbs or go into
No, it looks good.
places where they live, whether it's suburbs or
Come on,
cities
shorty.
or farms.
Oh, natural eggs,
We're going to
huh?
protect our women.
Get out of the way.
At the border, we're going to protect our women. And also, we're going to protect our men and our
So you
children.
don't
We're
fall
going
out
to
of the
protect
bus.
everybody.
Like Ford, jail Ford, remember?
Down below. Pull the hell.
Hello, how are you? Hi.
Mr. Trump. How
nice
are you?
seeing you.
Pleasure to
Terrific.
meet you.
Terrific. You know Billy Bush?
How are
Nice
you?
to see you. How you doing,
Very
Ariane?
good.
I'm doing very well, thank you. Are you ready to be a soap star?
We're ready. Let's go. Make me a soap star.
How about a little hug
Absolutely.
for the Donald? He just got off the
Would you
bus.
like a little hug,
Okay,
darling?
absolutely.
How about a
Melania
little
said
hug
this
for the
was
bushy?
okay.
I just got...
That's you in that video, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Right after a couple of good paragraphs. Reporter, now the poor guy, you got to see this guy. Oh, I don't know what I said. I don't remember. He's going like, I don't remember. Oh, maybe that's what. They say, I have the most loyal people. Did you ever see that? Where I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue, shoot somebody, and I wouldn't lose any voters, okay? To all Republicans and Democrats and independents across this nation, I say it is time for us to come together as one united people.
Concede. It doesn't happen.
It's time.
You don't concede when there's theft involved. And after this, we're going to walk down, and I'll be there with you. We're going to walk down to the Capitol, because you'll never take back our country with weakness. You have to show strength, and you have to be strong.
We want Trump! We want Trump! We
numbers are 50. It does look like we're going to have an ad hoc march stepping off here. There's a crowd surge heading east.
Mike Pence, I hope you're going to stand up for the good of our Constitution and for the good of our country. And if you're not, I'm going to be very disappointed in you. I will tell you right now.
We're going to give riot warnings. This guy right here. We're going to give riot warnings. We're going to try to get compliance, but it's now effectively a riot.
49 hours declaring it a riot.
5 to 50 be advised, trying to breach into the Capitol. We have a breach in the Capitol. Breach in the Capitol. Get him up. Get him up.
And if I win, I will be looking very, very strongly about pardons. And I mean full pardons with an apology to the many, an apology. They were peaceful people. These were great people. The crowd was unbelievable. And I mentioned the word love, the love in the air. I've never seen anything like it.
See, the bottom line is, I know you like me, and this room is a love fest, I know that. But you have no choice but to vote for me, because your 401ks, down the tubes, everything's gonna be down the tubes. So whether you love me or hate me, you gotta vote for me.
The American media totally ignored this stuff until Donald Trump and I started talking about cat memes. If I have to,
But it wasn't just a meme,
create stories so that the American media actually pays attention to the suffering of the American people, then that's what I'm going to do.
You just said that this is a story that you created. So the eating dogs and cats thing is not accurate.
Dana, it comes from firsthand accounts from my constituents.
Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the office of President of the United States.
Our country and for our children, the best is yet to come.
What the fuck? He's such a Did you guys see that?
Well, let's go over to Todd with the sports.